We got hit in the mouth at the start of the game and just didn't respond. And they got their head up and they made more shots. They had more guys making shots tonight than they had in all their other games put together. And so we let them get their head up right at the start and get off to a good start. And we got on our heels and then we played very tentatively. They played very aggressively and they played very well. So it's the only time I'm disappointed in what happened tonight. Certainly I take responsibility for it. It was a little bit shocking to me. We probably had our best days of practice the last few days, and so our preparation was pretty good. I don't know if we were impacted by the environment or stepping out on an NBA arena or if we just got hit in the mouth and didn't respond very well. I'm not really sure what happened, but whatever it was, I didn't have our guys ready to play like I thought I did. So I got to go back and get that fixed.
So again, if you have a question for Jared, please raise your hand. We'll get your microphone.
Jared, what's the comfort level with the defense? Do you feel like guys are maybe thinking more than they are reacting out there, and that's leading to playing maybe slower than the level of athleticism that you guys have?
I think we just didn't respond to their energy. We didn't match their energy well enough. We practiced the right principles, like he said. All week we've been having great practices, especially on defense. When we got punched, we didn't respond back well.
Obviously, Jared, this was your all's first game against kind of a major conference team this year. I mean, when they get out to that 18-3 run, I guess, how taken aback were you guys by that?
I think we just have to come out with the right energy. I think if we play hard, it doesn't really matter who we're playing. It was on us to bring the energy. We didn't respond the right way, and things didn't turn out so well.
What was different about this year's Penn State team? This is a team you guys beat last year by 10. What was the improvement?
He wouldn't know. He wasn't on the team last year.
Sorry about that.
That's right.
Anything else for Jared?
Yeah, how tough was it for you guys with 6 guys in double fingers for Penn State tonight to kind of really key in on it and find something to stop for them when they were able to kind of spread out the attack tonight?
I think because we didn't respond well to their energy and match it, they had a lot of confidence. Players who we didn't think were going to make as many shots as they did started making shots because, their head was high and, they were kind of feeling themselves because we weren't really playing as hard as we should have been.
I guess going into tonight, Jared, what were your all's expectations of this Penn State team, and I guess from a player, from a talent standpoint, how much of a jump was it from the first 3 teams that you all had played?
We knew they were good. He's getting to the basket. They penetrated a lot. Didn't shoot much. They had one guy who really shoots the ball a lot from deep. Other than that, they just drove. We didn't really do our job on defense to stop that.
Thank you, Jared. Questions for Coach?
Kevin, Jared just said, I guess you've talked about the effort. In your mind, is this an effort issue or we're saying an effort issue or an execution issue, or both?
Well, tonight it was both. Jared alluded to it. I alluded to it. We got punched right at the start of the game, and we just didn't respond very well. Rationally, going into a season with as many new players as we have, that there are going to be some uneven nights, and certainly this was one. But it's never okay when it happens. But their length at the goal caused us problems. But they just got into such a rhythm at the beginning of the game offensively that they just played in a complete comfort zone, and we never did anything to take them out of their comfort zone. And so we can't play that way. We've got to make people uncomfortable when they have the ball, and we didn't even come close to that tonight.
Kevin, did you think some of the issues on defense carried over to offense? You guys were not
I thought well, you know, it's, you could easily say yes, or the issues on offense carried over to defense. I mean, you know, it could be both ways, because we weren't executing on either end. And you know, I take that back. We had some open shots at the beginning of the game, and I mean, you know, Ryan doesn't go 2 for 11 very often, and Ryan had some good looks. We had some good looks at the basket early in the game, and we didn't make them. And then they made everything they looked at, and then that put us on our heels. And then like I said, our response was not what it needed to be, and that's something that you have to figure out, and you have to grow into a little bit. But that was unacceptable tonight.
Coach, on more of a positive note, you guys had 10 offensive rebounds. You seem to be really crashing the offensive boards well. Is that something you guys can maybe build upon for your game tomorrow against Oklahoma State? You know,
I don't know. It's not a good look when your second leading rebounder is team. I don't know if you study the stat sheet enough to, you know, but you look down there. Ryan Luther had 9 rebounds, and we had 5 team rebounds, and that's our second leading rebounder. So that's not a good thing. And we got a few offensive rebounds. Peace got a couple offensive rebounds there late, but we've got to be a great defensive rebounding team is what we have to be, because you know, our lack of size and, you know, lack of experience. We have to limit people to one shot. Now tonight it wouldn't have made any difference because they were making their first shot, but we've got to do a better job of limiting people to one shot.
Does a loss like this, Kevin, kind of put into perspective, I guess, or maybe magnify the extent of the rebuild and of the task that you guys and your players have this season?
I hope not, but it might. It's tough to say, and you know, I don't know how many of these guys were affected, for instance, in playing in an NBA venue for the first time. I mean, that probably got 1 or 2 of them outside of their normal heart rate, and everything these guys go through, it's like the first time, and so we have to gain from the experience. We have to learn from the experience, and you know, I'm disappointed for them because, again, we've had exceptionally good days of practice, and I didn't expect this. I didn't expect a performance like this from us, and not to say that I didn't know that we could lose the game, certainly, but I didn't expect us to play really so poorly on both ends, and especially after the way we had practiced.
Last question, Dennis.
I know it's a quick turnaround. Is that the benefit coming off of this, that you don't have time to kind of break down the tape with this team, that you can just get to playing tomorrow?
Yeah, I think there's a benefit to that. You don't have too much time to dwell on this, and you have a chance to put it behind you and come out and play better, and hopefully we will. But that was those kind of games are, you need to get over them quickly, and if you have 4 or 5 days in between games, then they stick with you a little bit longer. But we'll have to come back tomorrow afternoon at 3:30 and be ready to play, and hopefully we can play much better.
Thank you, Coach.
All righty.